With that, we'll go ahead and get started. First question is going to come from Dan Lucas, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
First of all, what is your reaction to your new quarterback?
I can't hear you.
You got me okay? Can you hear me?
You're a little faint.
Okay, how's this? Let me turn you up here. How's that? Okay. What is your reaction to your new quarterback, and how have you been able to communicate with him during this virtual offseason? And is it difficult? And some of the challenges.
You can hear me now? Somebody had me muted. How you doing?
All good. All good. Go
I got
ahead.
you.
Yeah, no, I was so for me, I was super excited to hear when we signed Brady and everything, and basically me and my guys are gonna have the opportunity to block for the greatest quarterback of all time in NFL history. So I was super excited about it, and it was just I was just ready to go. It gave us something to look forward to, with all of these things going on, in terms of the pandemic and everything. So, it just gave us an extra boost and whatnot to look forward to, come season time.
All right, next up we have Rick Stroud, followed by Greg Auman.
Hey, Donovan, for you personally, does it add any pressure? You're blocking for the greatest of all time, and does the fact that he's always in the pocket, but he gets rid of the ball so quickly, can that help your offensive line too?
Oh yeah. Anytime a quarterback gets the ball out quickly, it helps all offensive linemen. That's hands down. But it doesn't change my job. Obviously, you there to do a job. You gotta do what you gotta do, regardless of who they put back there. But obviously, with the GOAT being back there, obviously the level of play, is heightened, and he brings out the best of everybody. So we look forward to it as a whole line.
All right, next up is Greg Auman, followed by Jenna Lane.
Hey, Donovan, thanks for doing this. I just want to ask you what if any, interaction you've had with the first-round pick, Tristan Wirfs, and how excited you are to have him join the rest of the line coming back largely intact.
Yeah, no, I think when he got drafted, just typically what I've been doing the past couple of years, I kind of just reach out and just say, welcome to the team. We look forward to meeting you and kind of thing. And, that's really it. But outside of that, you kind of don't want to take the shine from their day. He just got drafted, enjoy it with his family and everything. So I just shot him a text and, just told him to enjoy it. And, when the time comes, we're going to welcome into the room and, we're going to come in and work. So.
All right, next up is Jenna Lane, followed by Justin Granite.
Much for doing this, Donovan.
No problem.
Obviously a guy like Tristan is already facing a big jump, right? Going from playing in college to the NFL as an offensive lineman is one of the toughest transitions of any position. But then you throw in the fact that, they might not have the same type of off season that they're used to given the pandemic and everything. So, how much harder is it going to be for a guy like him making that jump to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it really just depends on the guy. I guess, obviously there's some setbacks. I guess you say they don't have OTAs to go through with the coaches and being on the field and stuff like that, and in the meeting room. So, you kind of miss that part, but, you just rely on what you know. We work on these virtual stuff that we're doing, and he's smart, I'm pretty sure, because we wouldn't go after somebody who's not smart and wouldn't be able to pick up what we need to be done. But he just got to rely on what he's been doing, his preparation prior, working out and trying to stay in shape best as possible. And then the playbook is going to be it's going to come. It's not that much of a difference. So
all right, next up we have Justin Granite, followed by Kevin O'Donnell.
Donovan, we've seen you post some videos working out in the backyard, hitting the bag a little bit. Is it difficult for an offensive lineman to stay in shape during this time because you're not able to hit other 300-pounders and you don't have those NFL-type dummies at your disposal?
In a sense, yeah. But you just rely on, just like I say, you pretty much got to become a skill athlete. You know, you run, you do a lot of ladders, and you know that's where our conditioning comes from anyway. We do a lot of ladder work, and then you just got to get out there and just do football specific movements. So yeah.
And next up's Kevin O'Donnell, followed by Mark Cook.
Hey, Donovan, how you doing? Right now, you'd probably be going through OTAs, and obviously there's some new pieces to this team this year. You're missing the opportunity to kind of build some chemistry. So with all this time lost right now, how much time do you feel your guys are going to need before you're game shape, game ready for the regular season? And secondly, have you found any music that's satisfying to your neighbors yet?
So I think a solid month and a half, maybe 2 months, depending on what we're doing. But like you say, a lot of these guys and a lot of us, we know how to maintain and stay in shape with what we're doing. I guess you say the hardest part would probably just being finding the facilities or the space to be able to run and do things. But yeah, you know, like I said, it's our job, and you know, we got to make the best of it. And I think I got a nice playlist for my neighbors. I think that I haven't heard anything recently, so I guess the music's been good.
All right, next up is Mark Cook, followed by Steve Isbitz.
Hey, Donovan, thanks for doing this, man. The New Orleans Saints are the cream of the crop in the division. Sorry, nobody wanted to see me. I had to put up a different picture. Sorry. The Saints are the cream of the crop in the division, so I would naturally guess that, you know, there's a natural rivalry with them because you guys want to be at the top of the NFC South. Now they add Jameis Winston to that. I mean, does that up that rivalry any? I mean, what's the intensity going to be like when those two teams face off for the first time this year, you think? Especially with Breeze and Brady, and then you add in the dimension of Jameis being a former player. Just talk about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I think it is great. I mean, I think the rivalry is a rivalry, you know, and I know, you know, we love to go back and forth, but it's just going to be heightened. You know, they coming into Ray J, it's not going to be the same. You feel me? I feel like, you know, we're going to pack out the stadiums, and, you know, it's not going to be an away game or whatever for us at home. And, you know, we packing it in. And, you know, in terms of Jameis, I feel like, you know, I'm happy for him. It's great for him. You know, we went to battle for the past 5 years together, so I got nothing but love and respect for him. And it's just great to see him have another opportunity to go and study under a great quarterback. You know, it's just, you know, it's going to be great for him. And, yeah, it's going to be fun to be able to see him twice a year again. So.
All right, next up is Steve Isbitz, followed by Rick Stroud.
Donovan, how excited are you to see the schedule coming out tomorrow? And how do you feel about all the inevitable primetime games that come with Brady joining the team? And your thoughts on blocking alongside Rob Gronkowski?
Yeah, no, it's going to be cool to see the schedule. It's always good to see the schedule because, like I said, it gives you something to look forward to. And, you know, these are the times now that you start planning, you know, who's going to come to what game and figuring out with your families and stuff. So, you know, like I said, it gives you something to look forward to in the season. And then just to be able to play with those two guys, Brady and Gronk, like I said, it's going to be a blast. We're going to go out there, have fun. We're going to go out there and work and, you know, win games. So.
All right, next up is Rick Stroud, followed by Greg Onen.
Donovan, with all those national TV games and even the hype that has begun, is there a part of you that is glad that the nation will get to see how many really good football players there are? I mean, yourself, Ali. I think about a guy like Levante David that's been great for so many years. I mean, how good will that be that those guys, you guys will get exposure and maybe you know, feel even a bigger part of the NFL than you do right now?
Yeah, no, it'll be great for, you know, a lot of guys, not only myself. Like you say, you know, Levante, I feel like he gets snubbed on a lot of accolades, you know, throughout the league. You know, to see a guy work as hard as he is, as smart as he is, to lead the way he does, you know, you just kind of it pains me to not see the you know what I'm saying, him get what he deserves. So yeah, you know, it's just going to be a great opportunity for a lot of guys, you know, young guys, older guys as myself, to get out there and show the world what we have. You know, we kind of been, like you said, in the back burner or in the tuck a little bit. And, you know, now we're here, and it's just a matter of coming out, showing what the Bucs do, and that's what we're gonna go out there and do.
All right. Next up, we have Greg Auburn, followed by Jenna Lane.
Hey, Donovan, just wanted to ask you, I know this is a time of year in spring where you guys can be spread all over the country, even under normal circumstances, but to be apart from the rest of your line as much as you are, what kind of stuff you guys have done to keep chemistry, to keep in touch? Just what you guys are doing to stay in touch when everything is kind of making it harder than usual?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you go across any offensive line, they got a group message somewhere. So the group message, we kind of look forward to that. Throw little videos in there every once in a while just to kind of, shoot the breeze with each other. But for now, that's all we can do. Is just in group text. And then if anybody's on PS4, holla at me. So, but yeah, that's all we can do though.
And next up's Jenna Lane, followed by Ed Encina.
Donovan, we just got done talking to Anthony Paroli, your strength and conditioning coach, and he was talking about, how some guys have access to garage gyms and other guys are working with the bare minimum when it comes to equipment. I've seen some of your Instagram videos, but where were you on that spectrum as far as how much equipment you had? And what are some of the challenges for a guy like you who's used to throwing around a lot of really heavy weight and maybe not having that access to that equipment during the off season?
Yeah, no. So funny thing is, I just purchased a new house. So I was talking with AP back before all this stuff going on about helping me design something for me to put together for myself, prior to all of this. So, we was able to come up with some things that I needed, and he showed me, all the websites that I needed to go to for me to purchase it all. So, I kind of just got my whole rack and weights and bands and parachutes and sleds and power blocks and all this other stuff. So kind of just gave me the rundown of list of things that he feel like I should need or to, be able to get what I need. And yeah, just pretty much purchased what I wanted and went from there and set it up myself. So.
All right. Next up's Ed Encina, followed by Kevin O'Donnell.
Hi, Donovan. I know that the plan here, is that when you guys play games this season, that it will be with fans in the stands. But I guess I was wondering how much you've thought about that and just the notion of, players, athletes, they feed off crowds, whether it's at home, on the road, whatever. And how much you've thought about the possibility of returning to play in a different environment, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple friends, good friends around the league, and these things pop up and we chit chat about it. But I just it really just, who knows at the end of the day. It could be a blessing and a curse. It could be you got guys who crowd noise get distracted by all this other stuff who may shine. You feel me? Or you got people. It can go either way. And I mean, just positively looking at it, I mean, it's a great opportunity for a lot of people. You can really focus on what you need to focus on out there without having any extra, whatever it may be. And, you could just go out there and play. But outside of that, I really don't know. So I just hope that we pack out Ray J though, when the season comes. So, that's what I'm hoping for.
All right. Next up, we have Kevin O'Donnell, followed by Rick Stroud.
Hey, Donovan, I wanted to feed off that. With so much hype with Brady and Gronk coming in, and you talked about the possibility of being a jam house at Raymond James Stadium. First time that probably would have sellouts maybe for every game this season. Would you prefer maybe the start of the season gets pushed back so that fans can actually do come to the games? Because if September is going to be an issue, really, do you want to start then?
Hey, that's above my pay grade. I'm ready to go whenever we ready. They tell us what the dates we need to be there. I'm gonna be ready regardless. We got people in the stands or not. So, but obviously, like I say, you want your fans there to be able to see and support you. Like you said, you feed off of that, and yeah. So,
All right. We got time for a couple more. Next up is Rick Stroud, followed by Steve Isbitz.
Donovan, what if any interaction have you had with Brady? I know you got the numbers of some guys and the expectations you always have each year, right? But legitimately, here's a guy that's been in the playoffs, 12 years in a row, 9 Super Bowls, all that. I mean, how much internally do you guys just feel that and embrace it as far as what you could do?
Oh yeah, you gotta embrace it because obviously he knows the winning ways. He knows how to get to that point. He knows how to, finish coming out on top. So, you kind of just with him coming in there and bringing that mindset and information for us, as a young team and everything, it is the sky's the limit for us, because you got a lot of guys who I know are hungry and ready to go out there and compete and play fast and have fun and enjoy what they do and show out. And, everybody needs, whether it be, a little footnote here to let you know how to take your game to the next level, So, to be able to have him in the locker room to share that wisdom with a lot of the players and young guys and everything to take our game to the next level, it's a blessing. So.
All right, I got time for two more. We're going to go with Steve Isbitz and then Carmen from Buccaneers.com.
Donovan, you spent your whole career playing with DeMar Dotson. What can you say about him, maybe to the fans, now that his career might be over, or at least his Bucs career might be over?
Oh, man.
And and lastly, what kind of vibe are you getting from Joe Hague so far and how he'll might fit in?
Big money Dot. That's my man. You got to tip your hat off to Dot, to understand his story and how he even got to the league and what he's been throughout the whole league, and to spend 11, 12 years, here in Tampa and give his all out there on the field. You just got to tip your hat to somebody who, works as hard as him to make sure that he's his best self to come out there and compete. He's one of the strongest guys I know out there. And, Dot, I got nothing but love and respect for him. And, it's great. And I wish him nothing but the best, depending on whatever it is, whatever the next step of his, NFL journey or, in life or whatever it may be. So, yeah. And I haven't spoken to Joe Hague, so I don't know yet.
All right, our last one's going to be from Carmen.
Hey, Donovan.
What's up, Carmen?
What's up? I just saw that last night was your turn to buy meals for the Metropolitan Ministries. Yeah. I assume that's, Kappa and Allie's initiative. What made you choose Mise en Place, and why did you feel like you needed to get involved?
Man, we as a unit, we all kind of chime in to figure out how we can get back. We all going through tough times, restaurants here in Tampa and stuff like that. And we needed to get back to people who was out there working. So, we just felt like we need to come up with some places to donate foods and stuff like that. And, that place was pretty good. We had a line dinner there one time and you couldn't turn it down. So, I had to share what we experienced. So.
That's awesome. It was great to see.
Oh, yeah. I hope they enjoyed it.
All right. That's all for today. Thanks, Donovan. Appreciate the time.
All right. No doubt. Appreciate y'all.
See you later.
All righty.